Chinese, whites, right? He just puts them in a category. Why do you think he does that?
He's racist.
Yes, he's definitely a racist person. But why else would it be beneficial for you to just refer to people by their race? Yeah, Pam.
So you don't have to remember them?
Yes! Okay? Guys, if he thought about these as people with real families and names and lives, would it be as easy for him to chase them around and shoot and kill them? No, right? So doing this allows him to distance himself from them, right? If he just thinks of them as idiots of a certain race and it doesn't matter that it kills them, it makes it a lot easier for him to do that and enjoy it. But they are men, said Rainsford hotly. Precisely, said the general. That is why I use them. It gives me pleasure. They can reason after a fashion, so they are dangerous. But where do you get them? The general's left eyelid fluttered down in a wink. This island is called Shiptrap, he answered. Sometimes an angry god of the high seas sends them to me. Sometimes when Providence is not so kind, I help Providence a bit. Come to the window with me. Rainsford went to the window and looked out toward the sea. Watch, out there, exclaimed the general, pointing into the night. Rainsford's eyes saw only blackness, and then, as the general pressed a button, far out to sea, Rainsford saw the flash of lights. The general chuckled. They indicate a channel, he said, where there is none. Giant rocks with razor edges crouch like a sea monster with wide open jaws. They can crush a ship as easily as I crush this nut. He dropped a walnut on the hardwood floor and brought his heel grinding down on it. Oh yes, he said casually, as if in answer to a question. I have electricity. We try to be civilized here. All right. If somebody says they're civilized, what does that mean? If somebody says I'm civilized, what does it mean, Cam?
Like you're normal?
Okay, define normal though.
Like you don't go around like killing people?
That's what a lot of people would call civilized, right? Like you're a good person if you're civilized. But when he says civilized, what does he mean? He doesn't mean I'm a good person. He means I have what, Sarah?
Like the basic necessities and what everybody else has.
Right, and above that, right? I have fancy steak dinners. I have really nice clothing. I use the best silverware and have glass goblets to drink out of. I'm a civilized man, right? So his idea of civilized is having the best. Okay, having the best amenities, having everything. But when we say civilized, we don't just mean having basic electricity and things like that. We mean you're also a good person who doesn't just go around shooting other people, right? This is why Rainsford replies with civilized and you shoot down men. And he's like, that is not what civilized means. You're out here killing people. That's not civilized at all. All right, how is he trapping ships on Shiptrap Island? What is he saying he's doing to get them to crash their ships and get these men? Sarah, what's he doing?
He's lighting off lights that signal for people to come and help, and when they try, they basically get trapped.
Okay, so he's got like this light out in the distance. Let's say this is his island, right? He's got this light, and he flashes it. And typically, if you saw that light and you're a ship, that means, hey, there's a clear way to pass here that doesn't have anything in the way. But what he really does is he has all these rocks off the island that boats come and they're like, okay, I can go, free passage, and then they run right into the rocks and crash their ship, and everybody has to go and swim to the island or they're going to die. Right? So then all the people swim to the island, and he's got fresh sailors all the time that he can just trap on this island and hunt. Okay? So even if they don't accidentally fall off the boat like Rainsford did and swim to the island, he's got a way of ensuring that they're always going to end up on his island and he can shoot them. All right. We're going to go ahead and stop right there for now. We've got about 5 minutes left in class. We have those analysis questions that you guys can work on. For today, you can answer through question 4 on the front. You can answer some of question 8. We've definitely got some conflict so far. There's some foreshadowing for question 11 you can answer. And that's kind of about it for now, unless you get the rest of the story. You can definitely answer some of those first questions there for your analysis, based on our story. I'm gonna give you guys kind of the rest of the period here to work on those questions and get those done. And then we will pick up with Most Dangerous Game tomorrow. Try to finish it out. What are we thinking so far? What's gonna happen? What do you think, Sarah? What are you gonna say?
Do we need to bring that
Unless I tell you otherwise, no. You don't have to worry about it. There will be days that we use it, and I'll tell you the day ahead of time, hey, bring your textbook tomorrow. But for right now, you don't need to be bringing it with you every day.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Vanessa, you got a question about a question?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up? Okay, so first of all, we have the name of the hour, right? Mars Sailors and Afraid of It. And when I say these words, support your answer, just give evidence from the conversation that shows why the sailors are afraid of it. That means, how does the antibiotic, how does he end up falling off the boat and getting to the island? How does that happen? Just like what happened, essentially what happened. It's really creepy that, like how he ended up on there. You don't seem like you're, so at the beginning of the story, what happened that caused you to end up on there? That's all. Like at the beginning, he was on the boat, right, he was talking to Whitney. What did he hear? Gunshots. When he heard gunshots, he went to the edge of the boat because he was trying to look out for the distance that he could see. That's when he knocked his pipe out, and when he went to grab his pipe, what did he end up doing? Well, no, my pipe, and he went over the boat. Maybe go back and listen to the beginning, because it tells you how he gets to the island. He was on the ship and then ended up not on the ship. No, let's see. Go back and look, because it's definitely in there at the beginning of the story. After Whitney goes to bed, you see kind of how he ends up falling off. All right.